Well, Ansley, you know what time it is right now. Celebrate Cities time, and we are checking in once again with WXXV's Rob Knight. He's living it up in Ocean Springs.
Yes, Rob's talking with all the leaders and change makers in the city of Discovery this morning. How you doing, Rob?
Hey, good morning, Grant, Ansley. It is, well, it's Tuesday, so we're live in the local area this morning. As they said, we're coming to you live from Ocean Springs, the beautiful Murky Waters, the brand new Murky Waters. And man, I've enjoyed this series so much. The last 3 weeks, now the fourth week, we've been celebrating cities from Pascagoula to Stone County and Wiggins, and then down to Long Beach, and now in Ocean Springs. We've been talking about fun stuff. Basically, this is a spotlight on the city we're covering, and again today it's in Ocean Springs. We're in Government Street, not Government Avenue, man. Things get a little complicated, Mr. Mayor, when you're talking on air. That camera's going. Mr. Mayor, he's joining us this morning as we've come to close out the live segment. Mayor Holloway, I'm going to screw this all up. I've got your brother coming in here. Mayor Kenny Holloway, Ocean Springs, is joining us. Good morning, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. And don't worry about the AJ. I get called that a lot.
Do you really? Does that happen quite often?
Well, 25 years in office,
Yeah.
it's stuck.
Yeah. That was something I was discussing with a couple of colleagues. I never really thought about it. Holloway, it's a name that's known down here, and of course your brother AJ in Biloxi did a lot of great things. And as far as military, remember coming down here in 2000 and staying here, I've seen some of the great work that your brother did. What I don't remember, Mr. Mayor, is that you telling anybody that you were AJ's brother during your election. Was that something you wanted to keep out altogether, or what?
No, absolutely not. That's a positive in politics, I believe. So we did mention it. We did some advertising on it and some Facebook posts. So yep, I have a picture of he and I that we shared.
Okay, I guess I just didn't pay that much attention, but man, the mayor of Ocean Springs, sir, how did this come about? Was this always on the horizon, or did it just come arbitrarily?
It just came arbitrarily. We were just talking, a group of us at some point before the campaign started, and said, you should do this. And I had a group of folks that were behind us, very supportive, had some great ideas, and we just decided to do it about 7 months before the primary.
Wow, so this is your first stint in political office?
Correct, yes. I've been on school boards, but first an elected position.
Now, you and I have something in common. We dabble in real estate as well outside the primary job. How have you enjoyed running the city of Ocean Springs as the mayor?
I like it. I mean, the city is just a big business. And now the politics of it sometimes I don't care for, but as far as the business part of it, I like that.
I've always said that politicians usually, and I'm not using that term in a derogatory term, some people take it that way nowadays, but a lot of people, they have good intentions, but it seems like after getting into office, that varies, and it really differs from the message that they preach, while running. Right,
yeah, it's a message, but we try to be transparent. We try to plan, and what we've done since in the last 2.5 years is I think pretty progressive. We've got a lot of things that are coming to a head at one time. We started off in office very fast. We've had a lot of success with in Jackson raising funds. So we've got a lot of things happening. We've got a lot of things that are getting ready to start coming out of the ground.
And I would definitely say that the past couple of years, the residents, and I'm not speaking on behalf of all of them, but I can certainly see the growth and the changes over the past couple of years.
Well, some people don't like change at all, but I think if we're not changing or we're not growing, we're going backwards, and that's what we have to do. We have a beautiful downtown area. I travel around in some towns that have boarded up windows and boarded, vacant buildings, and that's not what we want in Ocean Springs. We want to keep it vibrant. We want to keep the charm, but we want to make sure that we grow Ocean Springs in the right way, and I think that's what we're doing.
All right, Mr. Mayor, that's a little bit of fun stuff. I didn't really mean to get into politics, but man, what do you do on your time off? What do you do on the weekends? Are you in shorts and t-shirt like I am? Are you visiting downtown Ocean Springs?
Well, last weekend I was in sweats and I was in Home Depot, and doing that kind of stuff, putting up Christmas decorations. But I like to fish. I have a boat, and I like to go to the island and island hop, stuff like that. So that's kind kind of my getaway, and I play a little bit of golf. I used to be a pretty decent golfer, but since I got elected, I'm not very good anymore.
Well, it seems like we've got something else in common. I'm a golfer as well. Shell Landing, that used to be one of my favorite golf courses. I haven't been there in a while, but absolutely gorgeous place. So you have friends and family coming in out of town. You're going to take them fishing and things like that. Well, what about the amenities the city has to offer?
Well, I mean, the restaurants, the nightlife, the shopping. This past weekend, it was real busy. And what I really liked about this past weekend, I saw a lot of families. A lot of families that were here in town visiting other families and talking to some of the vendors. Actually, at the coffee shop this morning, they were extremely busy over the weekend. So I think it's Ocean Springs is a destination now.
One of the things as you're speaking, I'm thinking in my head with Ocean Springs, and I've been down here as well with family or with friends, and you look around and it is eclectic. You look across the street, you see a couple of young guys coming out of a bar having a good time walking down the street. You see a family coming out of a restaurant. You see mom and a couple of girls coming out of a little candy store right down the street. It's rather eclectic.
It is, and it's all mom and pop businesses. All small business people, and I think that's what makes it eclectic. It's got we don't have the national chains in downtown, and so it's homey.
Yeah, and we were just talking with Cynthia about that. Cynthia or Cecilia, I don't know which one it was. Yeah, it's one of the two. I'm still they're the same person.
Well, I got a story about that too when I first got elected.
Well, we've got a couple of seconds. What do you got?
Well, I called her by her sister's name at the first breakfast with the mayor, but and her sister and I go back a long way. When AJ, she worked for AJ quite a while, but they're twins, and they look alike, and I think it was an honest mistake, wasn't it, Cynthia?
With me, it's not an honest mistake. I go out of my way to prove that they're the same person. I had them on the phone together earlier. I don't know how she managed that, but it worked out anyway. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for talking to us about this proud town that you're the mayor of, and letting our viewers know why they need to stop by the Ocean Springs area everywhere throughout Ocean Springs, not just the Government Street area.
That's right. And we just lit up the avenue. The lights are beautiful. We've expanded that a little bit from last year. Mary C. looks great. Yep. We'll have Christmas tree lighting on the 7th of December. So, invite everybody to come and spend some money and enjoy the holidays in Ocean Springs. It's the place to be.
There you go, folks. You heard it directly from the mayor. Come on down here. Enjoy the festivities. Quite a few of them coming up over the next couple of days and couple of weeks. The holiday season is here. You won't get a finer feel if you're by yourself, a couple of buddies, a couple of girlfriends, the family, the kids. It doesn't matter. You're going to get that down-home, nostalgic, Hallmark-ish. That's not a word, by the way. That feel like you just stepped out of one of those quaint movies. Ocean Springs is the place to be. Mr. Mayor, thank you once again for joining us, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Mr. Mayor. And folks, right now, Rob Knight once again reporting for Celebrating Cities at the brand new Murky Waters here in downtown Ocean Springs.
Thank you, Rob. And of course, great to hear from Mayor Holloway as well.